The Southern African Music Rights Organization and the Composers, Authors and Publishers Association have joined forces with global counterparts to bring the internationally acclaimed SongHubs program to Africa for the first time. Well, the African SongHubs collaborative songwriting program will take place in Johannesburg, South Africa, from the 20th to the 23rd of October 2025, bringing together 12 leading songwriters and producers from across Africa, Australia and New Zealand for a 3-day collaborative songwriting program designed to foster cultural exchange, collaboration and career-shaping opportunities. SAMRO's CSI and Special Projects Manager, Lesego Mafora, joins us now for more. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
What excites you about Capaso's artists joining African SongHubs?
I think for us specifically, it's around the collaboration that we are trying to foster, not just around South Africa, but I think globally. I think if you look at the growth in, the reception of South African music globally and African music at large, this seems like the right time for us to try to put programs in place that allow our artists to be able to collaborate, to build their own skills, but more better to build collaborations that allow them to work with other artists from around the world.
I must just apologize. I think I said your name incorrectly before we crossed over to you. It's Lesego, am I correct?
That is correct, yes.
I apologize. Well, how will the 3-day program boost skills for African songwriters?
So I think what we're really trying to do, and from a SAMRO perspective, where we represent composers, authors, and publishers of music, what we're really trying to do with this program is to introduce, a section of our members to a global music composition and music writing, songwriting space. We want to be able to take them to a place where they're able to collaborate with different styles of music, people who have different influences. But hopefully what we're really trying to do is to bring them together and sort of garner and sort of give them the opportunity to develop something that's never been done before. I think what we really want to do with it is to ultimately put, not only SAMRO members, but everyone collaborating in this initiative to maybe put out music that's never been heard before. So through this platform, that's ideally what we're trying to do. This is our inaugural African SongHubs, as we like to call it, and it will be the first of many. So for us, this is really a watershed moment in terms of providing a platform for South African artists to put their music out there, but do it in a collaborative fashion that builds bridges, shares culture, and ultimately gets them known around the world.
And what career opportunities do you see for participants in the SongHubs in the future?
I think what we're really trying to do, and one of the things that we're doing with our program is introducing masterclasses, not just the songwriting and the song creation process, but bringing in experts who will shed light on opportunities for music composers in South Africa. One of those, growth areas that we've seen, especially around digital streaming, and how technology has really transformed not just the music, but I think the audiovisual sector as well, where you've seen a high growth of sync contracts, and that's by sync we're referring to music that's used in digital media, so in series, in documentaries, etc. So we want to be able to showcase the capability of South African composers to the world, but also show them that, apart from producing chart-topping music, there's opportunities to pen scores and other unique compositions for products like movies, games, and a whole host of other streaming opportunities.
How will SongHubs impact South Africa's creative economy?
It will impact the creative economy in the sense that we are doing something that's inherently unique. While SongHubs is a global initiative, it's been around since 2013. There's been over 2,000 songwriters across 30 countries and over 6,000 songs produced. So what we are saying is that, look, obviously it's not the whole music industry. It's a cross section. It's people who we believe will be great in a collaborative space. But ultimately, what we're trying to do is to be able to showcase the quality of South African music, the talent that is inherent within our nation, and use that as a platform to showcase what we can do as South Africans in collaboration with partners globally.
I think it's such a fantastic. I'm so excited about it because I can imagine what's going to come out of it, and that really, really excites me. But just before you go, I want to ask you any specific African stories that you hope emerge from this collaboration?
Well, I think for me specifically, when we look at what South African music has done globally, if we look at Amapiano, if we look at the growth in Afrobeats, I'm hoping that through this collaboration, we'll be able to pen one or two really memorable songs that will trend globally. We have no guarantees, but we are hoping that with the amazing artists, composers, and creatives in the room, we'll be able to produce something that will really chart.
It is so, so exciting. Lesego Mafora joining us this evening. Thank you for making time. And he is the SAMRO CSI and Special Projects Manager. Well, it's time for a quick break. We'll be back in just a bit. See you afterwards.